Alrighty then. Every Wednesday night, usually at 7 o'clock, I'm usually on. I'm a little late tonight. And I must say, it's kind of my fault. So, please forgive me. I usually am a little more timely than what I have been, so it's kind of my bad on this one. So if I get a grand total of nobody, I would understand. Right now I'm trying to share this out here. So bear with me 1 second. Let's see if it'll do it. Oh, it's logging me out. This is even better. You can't get any better than this. Okay. Anyway, 11 by 15 inch double coated. It's double sided watercolor paper. I just took some spray adhesive glue and glued 2 sheets of 150-pound watercolor paper together, so it does not bow or anything when it's wet. And that's what's going on with it. All right. Hey Marilyn. Hey Sonny. Boy, it's been a while. Hello Beth. How are you? I wonder if that's me. I don't remember me doing it that way. That's not me. Let's get rid of that. I should have brought my phone. That is not me. That's not me. Get out of there. Let's see if I can bring that back. That is not cool. I don't know why it did that. Facebook is just doing some very odd things. It's got me on pause here. Of course it does. Hello Johnny, how are you? Why does it keep having me on pause here? I want to share this out. So give me a second here. I shouldn't do it on this tablet. This tablet's notoriously slow. But I guys can just receive the information. Well, yeah, I only came on at 9, a little after 9 o'clock. So I can understand why you would that is not me. I don't know why that coughs up that mess. I'm not gonna do it. It's gonna waste this much time. Anyway, I kind of went ahead and did a mountain and tree scene real fast. Okay. I have to wait for it to totally dry before I go to the next step anyway. So, oh, this is crazy. Why are you looking for my phone number? There. Finally, you did find me. All right. Why is it doing that? I don't want to reset my password. What the heck is all of this foolishness? I'm not doing all of that. What is this? I'm not resetting my password. Oh my God. Incredible. Ridiculous. All of this just to send a link. Only my tablet will do this. No. It's not Facebook. I tried to send a link to Facebook, but for my tablet, it made me log out and do this password thing, and I don't know why. Unless somebody hacked into my stuff, but I didn't get any reports of that, so I don't know. I'll just leave it alone and keep going on here with what we got. If you notice, I did not put the palette down on camera because the palette is an absolute mess. Come on. I should have never did it on this tablet. It's taking a sweet time just to... Hey Madonna, how are you? I'm fighting with a tablet and I'm losing. I can easily solve this situation right now. I'll just get out of all of it. So that's a failure. I usually have my phone with me. I got two of them and they're both in the other room. That's absolutely useless, but I didn't think I'd run into this issue too, but I should have known better. So I gotta actually wait, and I gotta wait for our Facebook to, or YouTube to come up. This foolishness. Very aggravating. Extremely slow. I only do it because I don't want to keep looking to my right. Left. All right, finally, right? Boy, this thing is slow. I kind of don't want to retire the thing because it, other than it does the internet really slow, but it gives great video and everything. And that's one thing that's going for this tablet. When it comes to video, it's top notch, but the camera sucks. The camera's all distorted and looks crazy. I really would like to get going here sometime today. Usually I'm done around this time. And not starting. And it's acting real slow. I need to know something from you guys anyway. Tablet 1 Anthony 0, definitely. Do you guys, YouTube isn't responding yet? No shit. Just logged out again. Do you guys hear me plainly, or did you hear a hum? This is a different lapel mic. My other one had a short in it, still has a short. Still usable, but I have it in the other room. I had to do a voiceover for my future upcoming tutorial. When I recorded it, all I heard was a buzz and my voice is really low, so that was a short. So instead of just destroying the video, I just took the audio out and I did an overdub, which I haven't done in quite some time. All right, I don't know what's happening here, but we'll work through this. All right, let's see if it kicks up again. I see me here. I really would like to get this going sometime today. Next time I won't even mess with this tablet. Not for sharing anything. It's just too slow. All right, this is perfectly, totally dry. And so while this doing what it's doing, I'll just have to keep looking at the, sounds good, little background sound, but it doesn't matter. I need you to describe it. The background sound you hear is the TV. But if there's no hum, then we're good. No, the background sound is the TV. I just need a little, I can't have it dead quiet in here. That would drive me crazy. I can't really put any music on because, you know, you get a big old copyright strike, so you can only do so much. Okay, can I believe it? For some reason, my video bite rate is live stream offline. It's impossible. It can't be offline because you guys are still looking at me. I might have to get up and go get the phone. It better not be offline. There you go. All right. Long day. Oh, going to bed, long day tomorrow. Yeah, I understand. Good to see you, though. Okay, here we go. We'll finally get on with this foolishness. Now, because my mixing area is a complete disaster, I won't mix on there. I'll mix on this, but you guys won't see it anyway. I'm gonna get a nice little haze over all of this. I'm gonna use a little bit of blue and quite a bit of white. I don't want it that blue. Much more white in that. That might work. That might work. It's gonna be a thin layer. We're gonna keep working at it, okay? And what I'm just gonna do is just do the little cross thing here, just like that. It's very easy to do this, okay? And I'm going over the whole deal, just like that. Go over the whole thing, just like this, okay? Use a little bit more. Don't worry about it looking like it's going to be over covered. It will not. Glycerin helps thin this out. Okay, so it won't be. Not like you would think. It won't. I use some of that dark blue. Oh, I'll strengthen that up here. Relatively simple painting to do, actually, to try to capture atmosphere and the mood and all that good stuff. But that's all you need to do there. You can really have it whatever color you want. This is why I did it in series of gray, because gray is a neutral color, and you can put whatever color you feel you want in that. Okay. Yeah, I was bored. I overslept because I was bored, and that's why I did not make my usual. Usually I'm around 6 o'clock, in between 6 and 7. Now I'm gonna take a very soft brush. I'm gonna get those streak marks out of there. My room is relatively warm. That means the glycerin will dry that much faster. So I gotta kind of work at it here. I did a good coverage on this, so there won't be much streaks or anything like that. It's just a nice thin coat of color going over what you see. Okay, just like that. Doesn't matter down below. From here upward is the important part. That's what I'm getting at, what I'm looking for. Okay. All right, and that's about it. Don't worry about all of this down here. I'm not. This is going to be all covered, so don't worry about all of that. It's going to be covered from like over there in that spot. Okay. Hey, Billy. Hey, how you doing, Diana? Good to see you. All right. So, we started off with gray. Different tones of gray. Okay. Gray's neutral. All right. Put whatever color over gray. It accepts everything. And then I just put a nice sky blue, haze, whatever, over all of that. Okay. And now we're going to get to the fun part here. We'll start building the scene over this, which will bring that further back and whatever I put in front, up front more. Okay. Alrighty then. So let's get to getting. I guess I'll use this is my like dual brush. I've had it for a few years. You see it's all taped up. I'm just accustomed to using it. It just works great for me. All right, that's the only reason why I use it. Okay, let's use a little bit of, we'll use some odd colors. We'll use a little bit of this cad red and a little bit of black in that cad red. Okay, I'm getting more black. When you add black to a color, it gets a weird, funky, kind of a grayish, whatever going on with it. But I want something like this for today. Something just odd. We're gonna cover, this is just a foundation color anyway. Okay, nothing really special. All right, and we're gonna come here and we're just gonna kind of pop in some nice uneven ground up in here like this. Just have it go up like that. Okay, much like that. And I'm just gonna block all of this in. All right, just block it in. There, that gets rid of all of that white. Okay, and as you can see, with just that done, it sends all that fog back, brings this right up front, which kind of what you need, what you're looking for. All right, I will, just for composition's sake, this will be darker in the foreground, of course. This I'm doing for you guys. Darker in the foreground, and you just let it go to its, whoops, didn't want to do that. Let's bring some of that back there. Okay. There, just darker here. Even though it's going to be covered up still. There. Now you know it's darker in the foreground a little bit. Quote unquote lighter in the back there. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's start having a little fun. Let's put this guy back. Let's start. I guess we can put some. We'll put some grass in there. Why not? When all else fails, just add a bunch of grass in there. I'm gonna work with yellow. It's got a little bit of red in it, but that's okay. Yellow and black makes a nice deep green. Okay, I'm gonna add a slight tinge of white in there. Now I've got this really disturbingly ugly green in here with this maroon I made, but that's okay. A little more yellow, make it that much more green. It's deep, it's a deep olive green. Okay, and I'll just start patting in some wild grass or whatever. We'll do it kind of like this way. Just pat it in there. We'll do highlights and stuff a little bit later, but right now I'm just taking the fan brush and I'm going downward, just brush downward. See this? And I'm just getting the patterns. Okay. Believe it or not, I want to get rid of all that funky reddish, black, brownish stuff I got in there. And I'm going to keep some of that. But I'm going to do the streaks here. Get little wild grass patterns going. Just like that. I'll probably add a rock or two in here. Something kind of just wild. Crazy. And just keep going downward. And I'm using just all paint, no glycerin or anything. I doubt I'll use much glycerin for the rest of this. All depends, but I doubt it. Okay, much like that. Okay. All right, let's take a little bit of white, which lightens the previous color that I have. Get a little bit of yellow, which will bring a greenish tinge back to it. Oh, we'll start popping off a few little, I don't know, little stringy highlights in there like this. Yep, you guys can see that. Just, and I'll make a little hill here, and just like that. Put a lot here, then you just thin it down like this. Bring it down, fade some of that out a little bit. And we'll bring some out here like this. Just some woolly, wild looking grasses there. Oh, everybody's saying hello. I wish I would have known that you came on well, I come on every night on Mondays at 7 o'clock. I think you just happened to have your show, Diana, at the same time, and I seen it, and I'm like, oh man. But I would have tuned in. Yeah, I was doing my premiere at the same time. We just happened to be on at the same time, which happens. It's bound to happen. Okay, that's cool. I have a variety of fan brushes. It's number 6 fan, nice wide guy here. All right, let's do something just because. Let's get a little bit of this dark blue. I'll put the dark blue right here on the palette like that. I'll get a little speck of white, put the white in there like that with it. I'll get a little bit of water. This might need to be a little bit lighter, so let's get some more white. So we'll see if this works. Might be a little too thick, but we'll see. I'll just take it and I'll just splatter some blue stuff in there like that. And we'll put some close to the top there. Okay, some little blue flower-like things going on there. All right. Let's do the same thing with red. Be careful with red. Red's a firebrand. Red's an attention getter. Okay. Same thing, a little bit of water. Be careful with the red now. I usually go pretty much up close. You have a little more control over it up close. All right, and then just pop in a few there. I'll pop some up in here like this. Let's get more of a batch right here in this corner. Some of it may be seen later on, some of it might not. But it's there. Get rid of that. And I would rather have my paint a little on the thick side there. It prevents me from having it run. Okay. That's all. Nah, that's fine. That's good. Yeah, you guys should be able to see that. I do have 2 buckets. 3 actually. Put that back right there. It's only a monthly show? Okay. My chat froze, so I gotta... There you go. All right. It would have been interesting for me to chime in, because when I'm doing my premieres, I'm in the main computer room and I'm sitting in the chair and I got the speakers on, and I just use the keyboard. I just type and reply and everything. So it would have been cool just to, because I could listen to you with the phone while I'm engaging in the chat, so I could, be in a couple spots at the same time. So it would have been nice to listen in. So we'll do it next time. This is industrial towels. You can reuse them, then toss them. Okay. And would you believe I had this roll of industrial towels for like 3 or 4 years, and I've never bothered to open them? I have a bag filled with plastic, just like wrappers. So if I do a background, I can just use the plastic wrapper for the background. I got a ton of them down here on the floor here, and I got them in one of those stretchy garbage bags. And I felt something in there, so I opened it up and look. There's the roll of towels. I remember I bought them from Home Depot. They had them on sale, and so I bought a couple. I forgot about them. Okay, so let's get on with this. But as you see, our field in here, definitely up front. Our haze is definitely in the back there. All right, so now it's really up to you what you want to put in there. Okay, it's totally up to you how you want to do it. As you see, we have our little misty, foggy stuff, which makes it look like there's a drop going down past this. Okay, that's what it looks like in my mind. It's not just a straight cut off. All right, you can pretty much have what you want to have back there. Really. So choose what you want to put there carefully. Okay. I think, because I usually do trees and stuff, let's just do some rocks today. How about that? Let's do a few rocks. I'll probably throw in a detailed tree somewhere in the front, but let's do giant rocks. I'm going to, because of the hour, it's a little late here on the eastern side, we'll just pop in some rocks. We'll kind of pop one in here. Yes, I am using straight black. Reason? Time. That's all. So we got one here. We'll put one somewhere in here like this. Just little rocky things, and we'll pop one in here like this. Okay. And you keep in mind your perspective also. As they get closer, they get a little larger. All right. We might overlap a couple, who knows. So interesting little rock shapes. But we'll let this one grow out like that. We'll have one right in here. He's come down a little bit. He's a little larger. Come up in here, just block him in. It's black, it'll just cover everything anyway. Okay. Now, this is another reason why you don't really use stark, well, I don't use stark black, because black is just so overpowering. All right, but we're gonna cover that with obviously gray or whatever I'm gonna choose to cover it with. Let's put on, we'll just put a craggy thing right here, right in the front, right here, because coming like that. All right, something like that. And we'll just kind of fill it in here. Paintings like this, good practice if you need to do rocks, you need to do grass, you need to do mountains, so, you know, just a practice piece, you know. And basically I'm just blocking all of this in. I'm finally ahead on my tutorials because I think I'm into October now. So I'm pretty good with that. And eventually we're gonna get to that dinosaur painting that I should have finished 2 months ago. It's sitting over there. But I'll get to it. Honestly, I will. All right. I'm just wiping off a few bits of this black just to get it to dry a little quicker here. We're gonna put grass and stuff in front of the rocks, so don't worry about that. Okay, we'll clean this off. And we'll just let it sit there. I might even play with, might even pop a tree in there, a small one. We might throw a small pine in there somewhere. Probably off center, maybe around in here somewhere. We'll throw one in there, just because. A few ways you can do the tree. I might just for time's sake, I'll just do the fan brush variety right now, but I'll have a little fun with it. So let us get a little bit of this dark blue. I'm gonna just put it right here. Get a little bit of black in that dark blue. Just like you would use white for to lighten up a color or whatever, you can use black to darken the color. Okay. So I'm just getting some more dark blue, getting a little bit of black, which turns into another version of green. Okay. And you can get this as dark as you want. All right. You're never going to get true black with all that blue in there. Once you put another color in, even with black, you're not going to get a true black. That's history. Don't even think of it. Not going to happen. Thank you, Madonna. What kind of dino on the next one? This is a T-Rex. This is from a novel called Primitive War by Ethan Pettis. An incredible book. It makes Jurassic Park, all of the Jurassic Parks look like, I don't know, walking through Disneyland. It's set in Vietnam War. Okay, and some special ops guys go in, to do their Vietnam thing. And they run into the wrong batch of animals. So, but that's what's, it's really, really nice. Cool book. All right, we'll put one guy right around in here like this. All right. Let's give a quick zoom in so you can see exactly what I'm going to do here. I'll zoom it back out because you need to see the ground too. Just like that. And I'll hit the focus real fast. There. All right, we're in focus. Okay. Now, obviously the super Bob Ross type trees, you just start with, now I just did a little, I'll just take it and go down like this. It'll be right about there. Okay. All right. This is all paint, no glycerin or anything like that. Okay. And I'll start off with the corner of the brush. And you can pretty much do these any way you want. You can have them aim downward, aim upward, whatever. Whatever floats your boat. And then I'll just use the tip. Okay. I always like my trees kind of thick in the middle. Just like this. Then I'll start adding little characteristic things to it. They get wider as you go down. See, I'm doing this on purpose. I'm adding whatever kind of flares I want with this. Okay. Just like that. Make it look kind of woolly there. Put gaps in them. All right. And they get a little thicker as obviously it comes down lower and lower. Whatever kind of characteristics you want in your tree, go for it. Just like that. And I'll bring them right down into the grass there. And yes, it will be highlighted a wee bit. Okay, but something like that. Okay. He's a little bent, but that's all right. Bent he shall be. He'll be all right. I'm debating whether I should give him a partner or not. If I give him a partner, the partner will be off more or less to the side, like right around in here. He'll be a little shrimpy partner. Okay. And once again, corner of the brush. Just like that. And go outward. I'm also designing this tree to where you still see a little bit of the background there. Okay. Just like so. I'll keep it pretty much like that. J. Marie, how are you? Sleeve Stacks, how are you? Sleeve Stacks, don't even attempt to be cute today. Sleeve Stacks was spoiled on Monday, Diana. 1, the video was almost 3 hours long. 2, he finally got his giant flying reptile bird thing. So he needs nothing. Let's do a different pattern with the rocks today. Okay. I'm trying to find my favorite palette knife within all this mess I got gathered over here. So excuse the back of my head while I search for the palette knife. I bet you it's over here. No, it's not. It's in here somewhere. Ah, gotcha. Come here, buddy. Come here, my little friend. Okay. This requires a little bit of paint to do these. And I think I'll use a little bit of brown today. So requires quite a bit of paint. I'll put it right here. Okay. I'll use brown. I use a little bit of white. I think some yellow kind of escaped in that white, just like that. And then we're gonna use a little bit of black. Obviously black and white makes gray, but we're gonna tint it with that brown. And we'll just stir it around like this. Just kind of mix it all in there together. Okay. So that's a interesting looking rock color we got there. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do with this, here's the shape of the palette knife here. Okay. All right. What I'm going to do is I'll just take the palette knife and I'll just tap. Now it should be close enough to where you see the little bumpy striations there. If the light hits it right. Well, that is also on the knife. Okay. You see that? Okay. All right. We'll start where you can't see it. We'll start with the big fella right here. Okay. And what I'm going to do is almost like a little tap and pull. Okay. And basically I'll start here. We're just going to tap it. Just tap. And as you tap, you just tap and drag along like this. It's omnidirectional, so you go pretty much in whatever direction you feel you need to go. But look at this. Interesting pattern for a rock. See that? And you keep doing it until there's no more paint left, really. And you tap in some more. Okay, and you get whatever highlights you want to get. Now your palette knife has to be fairly flat on the surface of the paper. And basically all I'm doing really is just tapping and just dragging a little bit. But you got to have that little tap. That's how you get those interesting looking patterns. Okay. So it's a different variation on how to do these rocks. We'll get a little corner in here, just tap, and we'll kind of come down and we'll swing it around this way. Just like that. Just let it tap, let it happen. I don't have to do the entire rock, obviously. All right. But you see, it's got a different type of feel to it. All right. We'll do this one just below the camera. Move it right there. Okay, we'll do the same thing with this guy. We'll give it a nice little tap like that. And we'll come here and do the same thing right there. Bring it down. Just like that. We'll have it kind of join up there a little bit. Bring the rest of it down here on this corner. I'm just on the tip of the palette knife, I'll just kind of get close to the edge there. Just like that. Like I said, I don't have to cover everything. We'll get some refracted light on some of these guys here. Okay. So you don't totally get, even though I painted the, I blocked it in black, I don't have to get rid of all of the black. All right, and these fellas back here, they get a little love too. Just a little bit, just like that. Come down, cap tapping some love there. Get rid of that fella. Yes, I just use my finger, wipe it away, it's okay. The art police will not come in and you know, bring the cuffs. All right, whatever works for you. A little tap. Different flavor for doing rocks. Okay, so I'm just giving you options. This might work for you. Okay, it might work for you. Let's get a little bit of blue. Same thing, we'll just put the blue right there. A little bit of black in that blue, just a little. Okay, we'll just kind of, there. So, bring it up high enough here for you. Just like that. Like I say, once again, this takes a little more paint to do these type of rocks. And you just tap. Okay. All right, and we'll start with the fellow on the bottom here. You may see it, you may not. I can always put a little white and cheat a little bit, but then it'll look like comic book radioactive rocks from Krypton or something, so I don't really want to do that. So, yep, there's enough blue where it kind of shines. It kind of works. It works. So we just tap in some of that blue in there. It's nothing but dark blue and a little bit of black. Okay, we'll come up in here, add some love in here. And these taps, you know, they're omnidirectional, so whatever way you got your palette knife, that's, you know, up to you how you want to, you know, get this done. Yes, I put a little bit of it into that fawn color I got up there. And we'll play around in here a little bit more. Do not totally make your black disappear. And I'm just tapping extra stuff in there. Just like that. Interesting little look for that rock. Okay. Let's get a little more black. A little more blue. If I got any left. We're running really low on blue, but that's okay. Need more blue. A little bit more blue there. There we go. And once again, I'm just mixing it in here. This is actually the top of the Stay Wet palette. Okay, a little rubbing alcohol in the towel and it goes away. All right, we're gonna come here. Let's move that down a little bit. And we'll just kind of play around, tap some of that in there. And because it's a dark color, whatever you might have too light, you can kind of replace that with that dark. So you can reshape your rock a little bit. Up to you, because I don't need none of that extra highlight behind the rock. Okay. And once again, with a palette knife like this, just make sure your surface is equally flat against the paper or palette. It just makes life easier, trust me. Okay. Wipe that away, get that out of there. Get a little something there. Hello, Teresa. Hello, Matt. How are you, sir? It's good to see you. Just a little bit. Make sure your palette knife's a little flat. Don't be so self-conscious in thinking about messing up or feeling that you're gonna fail or do something terribly bad or whatever. You can always repair it. You can always fix it. Okay. You can always fix it, no matter what it is. Hashtag don't panic. It can be fixed. Of course, you know, like any Tupperware or whatever, depending on the color you have, this stuff stains. I'm just using rubbing alcohol. Okay. It makes an initial mess at first. And like I say, this stuff will stain your board. Okay. But the rubbing alcohol will get it off. Then I just use water. Now, if I really want it to be pristine and white, all I do is use a little bleach, and that'll get everything off. But it's not that important. Okay. Like I say, it'll stain, but it'll work. It's clean. Okay. So it works. Alrighty then. That's the end of that. Let's throw this in the garbage. Okay, let's highlight these green trees. So we did the rocks there. Let's go back to the trees here. Alright. Okay. I want my trees a little darker. Would you believe that? I want them a little darker in the middle. So we're gonna just take straight black. This is a sacrilege actually, because I usually don't use black. Okay, you guys can see it. Only in the middle. I want the middle to be pretty dark. And we'll just do it in patches here. Alright. In the middle there. See that? Just the middle. Just like that. I just made some depth into these trees just by adding little touches of black. And only in the middle and heavier on the bottom, obviously. Just like so. Okay? Just like that. I didn't take the black off the I did not take the black off of the brush. Wow. This is sad. Actually this is a good thing. I ran out of white. I would rather run out of paint and have to add it on when I'm live than to have way too much when I'm finished with the live and I had to toss it. So I'd rather do it this way. So I'll just grab a tiny bit of white. Now remember, this is like black and yellow. So even though I added white, don't mean it's going to be super bright. That's not going to happen. I don't know why they would hide that for review. How you doing, Doug? Doug. All right, we'll highlight the tree. There's more of the highlight is on the left-hand side, so we're gonna just kind of tap in some love on the left-hand side a little bit. Okay, just like so. Pop in a little bit on the other side. And I'm doing this actually on top of what I've already placed. When I say on top, I mean on top of you see the arms sticking out. So I'm putting some of the right on top of the arms there. That's all. And you put a little bit in on the other side there. All right, I get a little touch of white. No glycerin, and I'll just kind of tap in some even brighter stuff. I don't want it to look like snow, so it's not going to be the brightest of bright. But see that? You see interesting little patches. I come down, go up, go across, go downward. Okay. But you see how it's starting to look now. Just like that. You figure I forgot about that one over there? No, I didn't. But I'll cheat. I'll just use the highlight itself. Now the reason why this light paint is taking right on top of the black is because I got a lot of it on the brush. I'm just giving it a good press. All right, and that's all. I don't necessarily need anything on the other side, on the other half. All right, let's still do some more playing. Let's have some fun. A little bit of blue. No blue. It's all right. I just add more yellow. More yellow. A little bit of white in the yellow. Little water this time. No glycerin, just water. Loosen up the paint. We'll make some tall grass with this stuff. With the same fan brush. Once again, it's just time constraints than anything else. And we're going to take it and we're just going to go upward. Up. Little short strokes. I don't have to pan back. I just do one of these numbers right here. We're already in focus. Okay. So it's not necessarily super bright. Short little strokes. Go in front of your rocks, just like this. Look. See that? Put it right in front of the rocks. Tiny strokes here. A little further away. Okay, just like that. Pick your path. All right. We know we need grass in front of the rocks there, so pop them in front. Okay. Back here, same thing. Just put them back in there. See how you just include everything in there? Yeah, you guys can still see it. Come back here, Just pop in a few. It might look a little bright, but remember, acrylic paint dries by evaporation. The colors will flatten out. Okay. Just like that. Don't make them a perfect line. Here, let's continue that hill right in here. Just thin it out a little bit. There. Stagger them a little. All right. Just stagger them a little bit. Just wiping some more paint on the brush, and we're press and just go upward. Okay. These can be a little taller, so you can kind of have a little fun with them. Pop some out there like that. Cover some of that rock up there. Don't be so scared. Put it right in there. Just like that. Get some up in here. When we get to the front, things are going to get very interesting. Okay. So we got a nice little dirt field. We got some grass popping up here and there. All right. I'm living a dream, Teresa. It's good to see you. Oh, Diana, what I meant to tell you, when I got approved for monetization, I didn't go through a review process. It happened immediately. It just happened just like that. I think it happened with Chrissy Canvas also. She didn't have to go through a review. It just happened. So I know that's probably not very common, but I just wanted to let you know. I meant to let you know a couple weeks ago, but yeah, it did happen that way. I'm taking a script liner. I'm using yellow and I'm using white. Make it very bright here. I'm using plenty of water, at least plenty of water according to using a script liner. You have to get the paint to an inky consistency. Okay. I promise. I'll get a good grasp of the English language here in a second. All right. Yeah, I'll put it here. There, right there. Okay, just like that. All right. We're gonna add a lot of this in the front. We'll do some of it in here. Inky consistency, and you're just going to do one of these nice thin. That's not enough water. I'm using watercolor paper, which does have texture. Okay. So when you do a stroke and your stroke ends up looking like that rock, you need more water. Okay, because you need a smooth line. I'm gonna keep wisping away until I get close enough. See, it has to look like that. Okay, just like so. And you'll end up going back to get some more often, and that's fine. Go in different directions with it. Go to the left, go to the right. The thinner you do them, the more natural it looks. Okay, have them at different heights, like that. Pop them in there, it's like this. All right. Much like these trees, I did the trees a different way. I got a few videos showing you how I did those trees. It's a little more time consuming, but they're really natural looking. We'll curve some like that. We'll pop some in the other direction here. All right. When I get more paint, I twirl the brush around actually. I go in crisscross motions, it don't matter. We'll put some in by the rock there, but I just want to get some more of these guys going here. And I'm doing it below the tape line. Okay, I'm moving my camera down a bit. I sure can, because you guys didn't see Jack. Sorry. So I'll do everything on this side. But my bad though, that was my fault. I'm sorry. Come up around in here a little bit. That was my fault. I apologize. There we go. Put them right in there. Just like that. Just like that. Oh, let's see if I can scoop up some blue here. I'm hoping that I can. If I can't, then yeah. I was hoping I can. Nope. This is sad. I gotta open up just a little bit of blue. There. I want a little bit of blue and like a bluish green. It'll still be a little bit bright, but it'll be a little bit of bluish green, and then I'll add the white to it for behind the rock here. There. Definitely need water to loosen all of this up. It's a different variety of it's kind of a grayish blue, very light, but a different color than this green. And just behind the rock here. We'll just kind of put them in, pop them in like this. You need more water. This paint's pretty thick, so you need plenty of water. I'm twirling the brush around. I don't want my paint to tear or get really. I'll bring some that way like that. There, very thin. I like there like that. We'll bring some in front of that grass, kind of included in there, but all the rest will be behind the rock there. And get some tall ones. We'll make them a little taller. More water, a lot more water. Make them taller, just like so. You're going to be going back and forth often to get more paint. Just curl it like that, put them in there. And believe it or not, all this grass actually still sets the rocks and everything back more. Because even though they're blades of grass, they're tall grass, but there's a lot of them. So once again, you got yourself a little barrier. Even though you can see straight through them, it's still a barrier. And it sets your subjects back a little bit. And we come here, we're gonna curve some around there, bring some down there like that, right off the page there. Does anybody talk to their computer? Well, no. Actually, it all depends. I think I laugh when Just Sandy starts doing her jokes and acting silly. I will laugh. Or Lori's crochet corner there. She does some of her games. I'll talk. There we go. Just like that. Put them in there. Now, you can always cheat and go halfway up the rock and pop them over like that. Nobody, this is our secret. Nobody knows this but me and you. Okay, you can kind of cheat and bring some up there like that. See? Nobody will know. Your eye, your eye puts it all together. Let's bring some of this different color over here. Just kind of snake it around like that. Why am I doing this? Because now you got different colors of grass intermingling a little bit. That's all. Okay. That was too thick. Get rid of it. A good finger swipe gets rid of all of that. I had to move my head there. There you go. Bring some of that back. Now, as you see, when I'm doing these, they start out really bright, but as they dry, they start to flatten out. The color starts to flatten out a little bit. All right. Okay. Now with this color, I can get away with actually going into some of these rocks in here and getting away with it because of the color. The color's not as bright, as vivid. They're a little dull, so you can kind of pop some of these guys in there, here and there. Okay. I'm looking to make sure I'm not totally in the way. My dog is getting restless. Usually at this time I'm outside with him, taking him for his little walks. Yep, you guys can see it. So you hear his nails scraping up on the couch. He's getting restless. I'll take him out in a second. There. We're gonna put some around in here and we'll call it a day. Thank you, Johnny. Okay, Doug, thank you for stopping by. Even if it was for a second or two, I do appreciate it. Patching, I feel these up in here like this. Do them in groupings, okay? Do them in groupings. Just like that. I'm just getting rid of the few of the bottoms that kind of ball up down there. I don't think I really much need anything else. I can really leave all the rest of this alone. Doesn't really need it. Everything's kind of open, you know. So let's pan back and I'll show you here. I'll be putting my name on this in a second. Now I'm gonna pan back a little bit more. I'm gonna put the focus on it and we'll whack a frame on this. For those of you who are interested, who might actually like this thing, just put you can contact me on Messenger or my email, which I think is on the site somewhere. I'm so tempted to throw an eagle in there somewhere. I might put the Walmart eagle in there. That might work. Yeah, we'll throw a Walmart eagle. Well, this is a Kmart eagle, not the Walmart eagle. We'll throw a Kmart eagle in there. When I say Kmart eagle, you'll see in a second. We'll throw a Kmart eagle. Thin that paint down a little bit. We'll put him, and we'll put him right here. We'll give him a nice little wingspan right about here. And then we'll kind of curve him up. Right here, a little Kmart eagle. Oh man, you guys can barely see him with the glare of the light. But there he is. Little Kmart eagle right there, little dot right there. Little Kmart eagle. Hey Lizanne, how are you? It's good to see you. Hey Nell. It's good to see you. Even if you are near the end, you're here at the almost at the very end really. I started late. I would have been long done by now. No, let's not do that. Let's out of habit, I usually sign my name on the lower left hand side, but as you can see, it's got a whole bunch of weeds there. But I'm gonna put my name in there anyway and put it right there in white. I'm thinking of doing a contest, guys, and whoever wins, or the first person that wins, that types in or whatever, I'll send the painting to them. But I am going to do a 4-leaf clover in a batch of clovers. You just got to find the 4-leaf clover, and the first person that wins it, that types it in, they win it. All right. I'm thinking about it. It's not going to be easy for you to find it, but it's all right, Lizanne. There's always replay. Always replay. Okay, I did use, if you can notice, I did use masking tape. Why do I use, or not masking tape, Scotch tape? Why do I use Scotch tape? For some reason, the glycerin does not seem to seep through very much on Scotch tape at all. It will on masking tape, but for some reason on Scotch tape, it doesn't do it. Don't know why. I do, when I use Scotch tape, I fold it so I can get a grip on a piece of this. Now when you do this, even on canvas, if you're working with acrylic, don't peel and go down. Okay, go the opposite way. Okay, on the left side, you go more left. On the right side, you go more to the right. All right, on the top, you pull and peel, but go upward. All right, so if anything happens, it happens in that direction, not down into your painting. Okay. Go downward. And you can see what a sharp, crisp border. Now this is just my preference. You don't have to have a border. I've done paintings without a border. It's just my preference to do one with a border. I think what I'm going to start doing too is, because I got this roll of canvas, is that I'll start cutting some 16 by 18 boards, and I'll glue the canvas to it. And I'll start painting on actual canvas instead of the watercolor paper. And they will be bigger. Okay, let's whack a frame on it. Let's see what it looks like. And this is what it looks like with a black frame. I'll put it down here where you can see the signature at least. Well, kind of cornered there. Okay, much like that. Anyway, that's what it would look like. All right, with a black frame. I got a feeling that the brown frame will win out. That's just me. Now this is an 11 by 15 inch watercolor paper, so it's a very unusual size. The standard size for framing is 11 by 14. Go figure. Okay. And with a brown frame, it will look much like that. I think I'm partial to the brown frame on this one. What do you think? Yeah, I am offline. Why is this thing offline like that? It's only an hour. It says I'm offline, but I'll find out in a second. But anyway, I will still continue this like I am still online. Guys, I can't tell if I'm online or not. Oh, I'm back? Okay. I don't know why it did what it did. The internet here is funny, going through walls and brick and cement and everything. And my modem, my router's in the other room. I got an extra one. I got one back here, but it's not that good. What kind of paper am I using? I'm using 11 by 15 inch 150 pound watercolor paper. I double layer the watercolor paper so it doesn't bow, wiggle, and bend when I put all that wet medium and stuff on it. So it stays pretty much flat the way you see it right here. Okay. Someone said something about some is very dull, other is very shiny. I wonder why. I don't know what you're talking about. No. I have a question about the painting I won. Oh, okay. What question do you have? What question do you have, Nell? Type it in there. That's what I lose. I don't like this brand. Not for glue. It's horrible. I don't like this. Gorilla Glue has some that will glue anything together, and I'm gonna stick with that. This one's almost done, but unfortunately, I think I got another can. But I'm gonna get the Gorilla Glue variety. That Gorilla Glue is no joke. That one will work. This one, no. Yeah, type in your question, Nell. Yes. Oh. This is 2 sheets glued together. Yeah. So what I do is that I take the 2 sheets, okay, side by side, and I spray the borders there. Spray it, and I spray down the middle. And I do it on both sides. Then you let it get tacky. And then you just put them together, flatten it out, and just let it dry. 2 sheets together. Yes. Very, very sturdy. Yes, indeed. And that's just what's on this one, too. No. Oh, some are very dull, some are very shiny. Until some shiny paint, some very matte. Oh, okay. That probably depends on whatever spray varnish I used. They still got varnish on them. Some are matte varnish, some is gloss. I prefer gloss. But yeah. But that's why. When I painted on, I do have the painting here. I don't know if you guys, there's a whole lot of you that are new, but I did a painting. It's on my cabinet. If you know, I could go get it, but it was like a very oriental type painting. The bridge was in perspective, and it had a lot of cobblestones, very detailed cobblestones, and there was a hill below. It's an arched bridge in perspective. It had the cobblestones and everything. I've painted that on black foam board. Now, black foam board soaks in the varnish, but the paint, okay, when the varnish is over the paint, it's shiny. But if you're painting on it using if it's not much paint and it's the material itself, the black, okay, it soaks into the material, and even though there's varnish on it, it soaks in, so it looks weird. It looks very odd, okay, because that particular foam board was extremely porous, and so whatever you put on it, it just gets sucked right in. No, I believe it is sprayed. I might not have used gloss. I might have used matte. And if I used matte, you're not gonna tell, because it's not shiny. But it's probably been varnished. Also, I don't remember which one it was, but if it's an older painting, do you gesso the foam board sometimes? Sometimes I do. Yeah. Yeah. All depending on what I'm going to paint, but yeah. I'm kind of impatient when it comes to preparing stuff, so if I do gesso stuff, I'll probably gesso more than one board. If I think to do it, but yes. I just seen the screen jump weirdly. But yeah, I'll gesso it. You're kind of supposed to, even this stuff, you're supposed to gesso. So, but I usually don't. You should. I don't. Because I just don't. But if it's something in particular that I got to do, yeah, I'll gesso it. Oh. No. That one's not sprayed at all. No. Not like you're going to you put water on it, it's going to melt off or anything. It's not watercolor. But no. That one wasn't sprayed. That one was very early in my YouTube career. That one was that one was like a definite lesson on 2-point perspective. That one was done on canvas paper, from a canvas pad. Yeah, I remember that one. You use Liquitex varnish, okay. How did I do the background? Just gray? Yeah. When I came on this evening, the background was already done, okay. It was just gray, just black and white. That was it. That was him. That was it. The black and white, and I had to wait till it totally dry. Then I put the glycerin on it really thin, and I used a little bit of blue and a lot of white, which gave me this. It's dark blue, so you have to use a lot of white for it, and that's what gives me this little sky blue color. And I just did all the way down to past the fog, which was like down here somewhere. And then everything else in front I did afterward. Yeah, you can gesso paper. Well, watercolor paper, you can gesso that. It's strong enough. Watercolor paper is made for water. So you can, it's strong enough for you to do that. All right. If it wasn't strong enough to take a beating, I would never use it for acrylic. So, but yeah, you can. When I'm done talking to you, I'm gonna varnish this. I use this. I enjoy. This is nice. That. Now with this, if you see it says triple thick crystal clear glaze. This stuff, don't overdo it. Once you put it on, it is thick and it spreads. This is like the first one that I've used on paper that when you put this on, you let it dry, you pick up your paper, you can actually feel the weight. This is thick. Don't spray it like you would spray that thin stuff. You go one pass and you're good. Because like I say, once it's on there, it just spreads. So you leave it alone. Even if you felt you missed a spot, don't worry about it. And it smells horrible, so put it in a nice ventilated area to do that. Okay. Oh, you're just a comedian tonight. No. Well, since we're having Q&A, anybody else got any questions? towel off of me. I guess I can get rid of that. If you're writing questions, I'm gonna get rid of this. Now I used, that just turned out horrible. I used, ooh, that's disgusting. Throw that in the garbage. Ooh, that's just nasty. I definitely gotta clean that sponge out. That sponge needs a wash down badly. Alright, but I do enjoy my Stay Wet palette. It's pretty cool. There. Okay, we'll take the tape off here. But I like my glass palette the best. There. Let's see what you guys wrote. When am I doing the 4-leaf clover? Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow I have rehearsal. I could probably get away with doing it tomorrow morning. I won't film it, obviously. It depends on how I feel. I might do it tomorrow morning. No problem, Liz Ann's friends. I enjoy doing it. No, I'm not gonna wash it in the washer. I'm gonna put it right in the sink, put some Dawn dish soap on it, and I'll wash it that way. Then again, you use a little small cap of bleach, it'll take everything out of everything. So, even though I like my Stay Wet palette, unless I'm doing like say the dinosaur painting, I'll probably use the Stay Wet palette for that. I won't use the glass palette because I know I'll be coming back to it. Well, it's been a little while. I remember your name. I remember who you are. And I do appreciate you coming by. Like I said, this is a little late for a Wednesday. Usually I'm long done by now. But I overslept. So. And the only reason why I overslept because I did a lot of PC work. I'm trying to straighten out all my USB sticks. Got all this information on it, so I'm trying to streamline all of those and put them on. Just streamline everything. So it takes a lot of time. So. Oh yeah, that's great idea, Neil. So I suppose from the Sandy's auction and my giveaways that everybody must have gotten their paintings. I think even the gentleman in Canada, he may have his paintings. So I think everybody, enough time has passed even for shipping to Canada. I think everybody's got their painting. I am still waiting to receive my painting from Hoswina. She sent it. It's finally made it to the U.S. Actually, it's made it to the U.S. But because of the virus, Corona crap, they'll hold on to it for a minute. It's ironic because when I sent Hoswina her painting, she got it within the week. As a matter of fact, I sent Billy's and Hoswina's at the same time. Hoswina lives in the Netherlands. Billy lives in Florida. They both got it the same day. Okay. But, she's sending something to me. It's arrived. It's in the U.S., but when I get it, who knows? You have a good night. Banana. Actually, he was walking into the kitchen. And right now he's doing backflips over the couch. But it is time for me to take him. It's been time for me to take him out. The thing is, we're out for about like 30 minutes or so. I don't have my phone with me. I got to take a picture of this thing and post it tonight. So. Yeah, I'll wash the Stay Wet palette tonight. So for those of you, I'm trying to think if it's this week coming up. I believe it's this week coming up. I'm doing you guys haven't seen it. You'll see it if you look in my community tab here on YouTube. But you'll see next week's and the week after's paintings. The voiceover will be the one with the 2 purple flowers. It's called Purple Royalty. That's the one where I used this. No, I didn't use this lapel mic. I used the other one that had a short in it, and I had to destroy the audio. And so I had to sit there. I got a separate unit that I use for my outside audio stuff, and I had to sit that in the room, put the lapel mic on, and actually watch myself paint and explain it all over. A voiceover. So I had to do it that way. All right. Well, if there's not any more questions, I'm going to bid you all adieu. Hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Leave comments in the comment section. All right. I do appreciate you. And I shall see you when I see you. We're going to be more than likely on Monday at 7 p.m. It's always Monday at 7 p.m. Wednesdays, technically it's at 7, but usually I go a little bit earlier at 6 or whatever, depending on what I'm thinking of doing. Okay. I really got to get to that dinosaur painting. But I might do the clover. Who knows? Or I might save the clover for October. So we'll see. All right, guys. I shall see you. Take care.